Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Welcome, everybody, to our podcast about the 1968 original classic, Planet of the Apes. We should have talked about this a long time ago, but now it's better late than never. Here is my friend Avi's thoughts and opinions on 1968, Planet of the Apes. Avi, it's all you. Let's talk about this.
Right?
Sure.
So what's my thoughts and opinion? This movie is it's very groundbreaking before Star Wars. This because it shows about before that it's very practical effects about it. This time is you have to do makeup for to revolutionize about what happens to animals can control the world.
Wait. Let's stop right off with the practical part. The practical part. I think that's really what's really genuine and authentic about it, and really, really neat, is the fact that it's practical suits, practical effects, whereas later movies would be more computer generated images or CGI. The fact that this is practical suits, practical effects, really highlights the nice way of going about it, especially in the late 1960s. I think that made it work really well. But go ahead.
Well, even sometimes it's very the movie is actually based on a novel by Pierre Bouillet, the French author who wrote the Bridge over River Kwai.
Sure. So, a brief few lines about where the novel started.
The novel was published actually back in '63. That's
How many people are aware of the novel?
Well, sometimes it's very limited. It's very too it's just a sci-fi about. No one knows about the apes could control the Earth, control the planet. While us we're the opposites. It's
Now wait a second. Before we continue talking about the novel, please let the audience know about the history of the picture you're holding.
This picture it takes place during the springtime of 2021, during the era of the COVID that was still happening. About our friend of ours, his daughters finally get married. About even they had to do a limited guest for COVID safety. So this month I dress up as a gorilla for the wedding entertainment after they get married. That I could dance the bride.
Was that were you able to breathe in that costume?
I'm able to breathe in the costume. There's a little air holes to the nose, and I can see through a neckline.
Okay, and what were the people's reactions behind you with you inside that ape suit?
They're very surprised.
Wow.
They never see I'd be showing up in it. I'm not stealing the bride.
Wow, nice. One more last line to describe what the history is between the novel that brought this movie, the novel.
Well, the novel is something it's very social class, about something about it's about it's similar. It's like in the movie about the astronaut goes to another universe. About even they thought they could go to another planet. About even they didn't know about all the humans are very non-talkative until what's a surprise. It's like parallel universe.
Okay. And I also like that the main character is played by Charlton Heston, who we talked about in the beginning of this year with our thing about the Ten Commandments.
Huh?
By the way, before we continue on real quick, everybody, Avi and I actually got together twice this summer in person. The first time in early July to talk about the 8th Mission Impossible movie, which we did on my end. And then I came to Avi's end on the second one, where we talked about the 20th anniversary of Batman Begins. So if you guys are new audience viewers, if you haven't caught them yet, you can actually see us next to each other in person in those two in-person ones over the summer. But with that said, back to your thoughts about Planet of the Apes.
Well, Planet of the Apes is when it comes out of '68, because '68 is very revolutionary, going on what happened in our time, from the Chicago demonstration and the two assassination and the Vietnam is very to upheaval. So this movie is it's something very original. They thought it could be very original.
This was definitely a very original movie. Definitely the idea of it's all very original. And it's sad what happened to both Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr. during that time. And you're also right, this is during some part of the whole Vietnam thing. And we're now going to take a quick commercial break to acknowledge the passing of Robert Redford and Diane Keaton. If you want to briefly give 30 seconds, Avi, on Robert Redford, and then another 30 seconds on Diane Keaton. If anything you want to say about them real quick.
To say that?
Yeah, anything you want to tell the audience about what kind of movies you liked from Robert Redford and such?
Well, Robert Redford, he's such like a hot guy, like in the late 60s or 70s, but he was sometimes, this time he wants to do like involving making independent filmmaking, and he found the Sundance Film Festival.
Oh the Sundance Film Festival is very pretty cool.
And that's why he was named after. He plays a character in the Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
That's right. I also had my other friend encouraged me to check out a movie he did in the early 70s, which had, I believe, the beginning of the movie had, whichever movie has the father of James Earl Jones. Do you know who James Earl Jones' father was?
The Robert or something in the Sting.
Yeah, that's it. That was the movie. I watched that when I was ending my when I decided to end my original Spotify audio only podcast after watching The Sting, recommended to me by my other friend. I did I don't know how long the review was, but I did a little podcast by myself talking about The Sting, which is one of Robert Redford's movies that has the father of James Earl Jones.
And also, who's in The Sting goes also is Robert Shaw, the man that plays Jaws.
Oh yeah, that's also true. Who played in the Jaws thing for that person, and it also I believe had the one of the bad guys from Russia with Love. Robert Grant guy. But before, not to get too off track. Any concluding thoughts about Robert Redford before we briefly mention Diane Keaton?
Even last time my mom and I watched Robert Redford is the best baseball movie, The Natural.
Oh, that's right. People will know him from The Natural. That's also true. Anything you want to briefly say about Diane Keaton, who we also recently lost?
Because Diane Keaton is, besides Gava, Diane Keaton is best known remember as like being a comedic role, and mostly he does do some romantic parts. Right, mostly romantic parts. That's true. Mostly a lot of romantic parts. That's true. With all that said, we give rest in peace remembrance to both Robert Redford and Diane Keaton, both of whom we recently lost as far as movie stars. And now back to Planet of the Apes. Now that we talked briefly about the novel and a little bit about Charlton Heston and some of the commentary and history, what else do you think? By the way, if you guys like this kind of stuff, tell us in your comments what your thoughts are about Planet of the Apes. What do you guys like about Planet of the Apes? How many of the movies have you seen? What do you, everything you want to talk about in the comments about Planet of the Apes. Sure. More about the social class, because there's the three types of apes they always showed is that there'd be separate categories. The chimpanzee, like Cornelius and Zira, are categorized as scientists and pacifists, while the gorilla are very warrior type. And the orangutan, the orange one, are very political, and the judge. Okay, that's all. Oh, that's very interesting. Now I got a question. Since you're more into the movie than I was, when I was doing the research for the thumbnails and stuff, what is the whole thing between a female ape being very interested, it seems, with Charlton Heston? What was that all about? As Zira, she's very sympathetic. She's very much more knowledgeable about the humans. And the first time she thought all the humans in that era are also lower class and never speaks, but are very dumb. But this time, Charles Heston, he knows everything. That changes her about that she never knows that. And that's the first time she talked about. And that actress who plays Zira is played by Kim Hunter, is best known actress who plays Stella with Marlon Brando in A Streetcar Named Desire. What was it called again? A street what? A Streetcar Named Desire with Marlon Brando. I never saw that one. What year did that one come out? 51.
Oh, I got to write that down. Wait, let me get out my pen so I can look that up and see if it's on the movie box later. Hold on. That's one of his I don't think I've seen. What was the name of it again?
A Streetcar Named Desire with
street-
Marlon Brando.
A street, like CAR, like car?
Like streetcar, like a tram.
Okay, a streetcar, what was the rest of it?
Named Desire.
Named, NAMD, and then the word desire. And you said it came out...
It's originally based off of the play.
Originally off of the play? And a streetcar named Desire, what year?
51.
1951. I'm gonna go look this up later on after the podcast is done. So I gotta try. If that's a really good movie, right?
Great movie. Even for a Marlon Brando performance.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for that and try to watch that later on my box. Okay.
Check out the scene called Stella.
Oh, wait. Stella. I thought that was a different movie.
No, that's where Marlon Brando shouted, "Hey, Stella!"
Oh, that's the one where it says Stella. All right, I'm gonna look it up later and try to find it to watch in my box. That's cool. A Streetcar Named Desire, 1951. Great. All right, so what about this movie really stood out to you? Like, what made you really fascinated and really excited about this whole Planet of the Apes '68?
I thought it was very, very so much more epic about something expensive without involving cities. You didn't know about it. It's a very great ending.
Oh, we're gonna get to the ending in a little bit, but first I want to ask you. You said you wanted to briefly talk about two different television shows that got spin off from it. What's the history about the two television shows?
Well, one is a live action, and the other is a cartoon version.
All right. Which one came out first?
Live action first, then the cartoon.
All right. Let's talk about the live action one briefly first. What kind of TV show? When did the TV show run to? How well did it do?
It's only for one season.
One season only.
Okay. It just got canceled. It's mostly they have a concert about It's the same thing about the astronaut from the past that goes just like Charles Anthony actually goes to the future and that becomes the fugitive.
Well, obviously in the TV show, the actor that played it was probably not Charlton Heston. It was probably a different actor.
Yeah, but yeah, Roddy McDowell about to play again.
Oh, okay, that part of it comes back. So that only lasted one season for the live show, and then when was this the animated one?
A year after.
Oh, year after. Did that one also not last too long?
Not too long.
Okay, so the TV shows didn't do so well, and then after '68, 2 years later was the original first sequel, followed by a few other sequels a few years after those.
One year after the other, they wanted to make more.
Yeah, from 1970, I think it was from 1970 to 1974.
71 is Beneath the Planet. The 1970 is Beneath the Planet of the Apes. 71 is Escape from Planet of the Apes. 72 is the Conquest of Apes, and 73 is the one Battle for the Planet of Apes. The fifth one is the last part.
Was the fifth one in 73 or 74?
73.
Oh, because the last official sequel of the original sequels was in 73 or 74?
73.
73. And what was that last one called?
The Battle for the Planet.
Oh, the battle one? Okay, so there was a bunch of sequels between 70 and 73, and then about 33 years later, in the summer of 2001, Tim Burton does that unsuccessful first remake. Then 10 years later, it had the trilogy in the 2010s. What is your thought?
Except they said they did Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes last year.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that one because that's the more recent one. But what were your quick thoughts on the 2010s 3-movie trilogy of it?
Well, even if it's just a brand new start, they get tired about the no makeup where they had to do called motion capture type.
Right, motion capture with those.
Retold origin.
Right. Now, and then the second and third one of the 2010s. The second and third one were not the first though. The first one was just that guy from Spider-Man as one of the actors. But in the second and third one, directed by who would direct the Matt Reeves, the 2022 Batman. And then what did you want to say about the Kingdom one, which was the most recent?
It's very recent since after the original Caesar passed away. It's just like a multi-generation, like another reboot type of new new generation about that. Now this time about the
All right.
focus on new apes.
That's fine. Now wait. Now can you tell the audience that whole CI here thing part now? The CI here?
CI?
Yeah, the thing you told me before we started. The see me I, see me here. What was that? See me?
Yeah, they have a joke about when Charlton Heston was on trial. Now he speaks about three orangutan does a very good apes. See no evil. Like apes humor. Like one, he does cover his eyes as see no evil. They cover his ears as hear no evil. And cover his mouth as speak no evil. That's when they want to cover up and they object to all the truth.
Nice, very nice. Okay, so back to the original 1968 one. Let's what else did you want to say to describe why people should check this out if they've never seen it?
Because that same year as Planet Apes is the same year as the Stanley Kubrick 2001 for the opening prologue as another about ape-related sci-fi.
Are we talking 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Yeah.
Right. So also for the research of this, since I knew both movies took place in the same year, there's only like a week. There's only like a week or a week and a half difference between the release dates of both of those movies. Actually, you could check up on the pages, but one of those two came out in late March of '68, and the other one came out in the beginning of April of '68. But there's only like a week and a half to 2 week difference between both of those movies mentioned.
The Planet Apes, the original one released in April of '68.
Early April of '68, and then that would mean, and that would have to mean that the 2001: A Space Odyssey then was late March.
2001: Space Odyssey about released back in also like April.
Yeah, both in the springtime. After March 21st of the spring, so they both came about within a 2 week range between each other, about 2 weeks apart, but all in the spring, really close to each other. Both two very, very well done movies.
Yeah.
So Planet of the Apes. Okay, so I know you wanted to talk about this for a while, so we're finally doing this one. What else do you think the audience should know that we haven't yet spoken about and why they should check out this one?
Because the very funny part is in the ending about before the twist, when the Charlton Heston says goodbye, Charlton Heston does the first time shaving about as it's done after the astronauts. Cornelius Radek Vidal is very curious about what he's been doing. Yeah.
More details about that part. Go ahead.
And also another thing was the part about when he says goodbye to Zira, but he wants to give her a kiss. Then she said, "All right, but you're so damn ugly." That's very Roddy McDonald gas about the human kiss a chimpanzee.
Okay.
Something crossbreeding about between human and animal.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. When that one ape, you knew her name, her character's name, that was into Charlton Heston's character, I'm like, this whole ape and human stuff, that's kind of weird.
It's like breaking the barrier between what happens you want to have between an African person and the white person. They wanted to challenge.
Well, actually, speaking of that, what you're talking about right there. Speaking of which, around the same time in the late '60s, had the original 3 seasons of the sci-fi show people like Star Trek, and it had the white guy on Star Trek and the black woman.
William Shatner kissed Nichelle Nichols.
Yeah.
It's beginning for his television breakthrough.
That exactly, absolutely correct with all that, absolutely correct. Now the other thing is that when Charlton Heston says that first line that we used to open up the movie, when he says that line, he and the apes both realize that they're actually speaking and understanding each other in the same exact language.
Because the apes at that time never known about any humans could speak up to it.
Exactly. And now that they knew that, I think that's a nice touch about it, because in our current world, there are so many variety different kind of languages that unless people from other countries who may not know English at all, if any, there's going to be misunderstandings between English speakers and non-English speakers if the other people don't speak English and if we don't speak their language. So it's really good.
Like Tarzan, if you read the Tarzan story about, you want to see Tarzan speak speak animal language. So only like Jane and the others, you only hear them speak like an animal voice. But for like in the fantasy moment, that we can see Tarzan speak English to the other apes, like they're speaking English to English.
Exactly.
But for us, when we get close to him, we only hear him. He can speak like an animal.
Exactly right. Exactly. Nice way of putting all that. Now you said you want to talk more about the ending now. So in reference to the ending, I know there was another second good quote, a neat quote about the ending that you want to say as well. That second quote in the ending part.
Yeah, it's like biggest ending about everything what he's been on the planet about. It's not what it is. Not what it is.
What is it actually? What is it now actually?
The Statue of Liberty about. That's why Dr. Zayas wants to cover it up about existence, about the past.
Right, because Charlton Heston finds out there at the end. He realizes that he's not in some really foreign planet. It's like a post-apocalyptic destroyed planet Earth. That was the big twist at the end.
That's what he's been that we thought from the space shuttle. According to the time date, like a star date, but he's been gone for almost nearly the 40th century.
Right, some century, really far.
He's been away from Earth.
Right, like it's supposed to be. It was supposed to be like designed as like a centuries into the future. Absolutely. Now, what was the quote the one character said in the?
Here's a full quote in the very last line. Oh my God, I'm back. I really am home. So they absolutely finally did it. You maniac! You blew it up! Damn you all to hell!
Well done. The performance of that was really well done. Very nice. What other quotes from that movie do you think people should know about outside of the first two that we mentioned?
Because when he's been sprayed by the war hose about that, he's been treated apes. It's a madhouse. A madhouse.
Wait. What was the madhouse part about? What was that all about?
Well, he's been sprayed. Now he's trying to speak about his neck grazed by a bullet by a gorilla hunter. So that when he's finally speak up finally about and then when he gets sprayed by the gorillas in the cage, he finally says it's a madhouse. A madhouse.
Right. Wow, that's really very interesting right there. Okay.
Also, what I like about it ends up some of the besides the sequel, they did a parody about Planet of the Apes. One they did in Spaceballs, like and the other one is as a Simpsons episode as a musical version.
Nice. Yeah, there were a lot of parodies to this after it came out. Yeah, that's true.
Because I feel like the Planet of the Apes is very predecessor to the Star Wars franchise because it's supposed to be more like other epic about adventure about the involvement of the apes. It's like very like Chewbacca moment.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. What else?
And also I like about when he's chasing around the court to escaping from when he's at some kind of amphitheater auditorium. Once they had to have the child to wear the gorilla makeup, look, a human.
Oh yeah.
It's like being a cute way, but it got snitch about when he's being spotted.
Right. Were there any other quotes from the movie that were also noteworthy?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Also, what got distracted his parts is they have an actress plays Noah.
What was the story behind her? Hold on, you froze for a sec. Hold on a sec. You still there? Hold on. You still there? Hello?
Female.
Hold on a sec. You froze for a sec. You back?
Now I'm back. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I missed what you said there at the end.
Because they also got distracted, but it's...
Hold on a sec. You froze again. Hold on a sec. You're still frozen. Hold on. Are you back? All right, try again.
Back, yeah.
Sorry, you were frozen again. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, you were saying something about a female character?
Nova.
Yeah, what was the thing about her?
Her character's mute, but sometimes it's like a little not much of her. But I thought she'd be Especially if they could bring it back. Raquel Welch is the thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. A lot of people do like that actress. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but she only appears like only in the first and the second movie.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, that first movie did really well. That there was like sequels and TV shows and remakes and reboots. That shows how influential.
Also,
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
the Oscar Valley has a music score by that music score by Jerry Goldsmith.
Oh yeah, that's a famous movie scorer there. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, this first
Even
this
that score is very avant-garde.
What do you mean by avant-garde?
Avant-garde, yeah, like something complicated music score, like very noisy. Even if it's
Hold on a sec. You're a bit frozen again. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
like complicated.
Sure.
It's very experimental music score.
Oh, that's right. We like that kind of music where it's a bit more experimental and not so like the other types of music. Yeah.
Like the one with the opening credits and there's the ape hunting and the human hunting moment.
Of course, yeah. Talk a little bit about the drama and action aspects of this movie, real quick.
Well, since there's 3 humans who evacuated the shuttle, another funny part is about when they thought they landed at another world. One of them plants the American flag on it.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. That was one part of it. Yeah.
It's like before, touchdown to the moon landing, but this one, if you're like another world.
Right. Exactly. Absolutely.
Right, and there's also a funny part is about even it's very hard about traveling in the desert. And so when they made it to the waterhole, they thought when they went through all the scarecrow things that Charles has to deal with the scarecrow. So they found the waterhole.
Oh.
Even it's very risky. The movies they had to show they stripped naked to get the splash.
Oh. Whoa. Okay. Wow. All right.
Even now they finally meet the human. They thought they'd go along, but scary part they hear that growling noise up. It's a very good camera moment about they hear that roaring sound. That's all the humans had to fled away.
Wow. Okay.
That's where all this.
That's very interesting. What else?
And so what else is there's very part about they cut him up the lobotomized scene.
When did that happen? Who was that with? So explain that real quick. Who got it lobotomized and why? What happened?
One of his astronaut members who got the brain cut.
That sounds pretty painful.
Very muted.
That doesn't sound good at all for that character. Wow.
You cut him up, and you did it. You cut him up.
Oh wow. Okay, that's another quote from part of that. Okay.
Most of the great good part besides Charlton Heston, it's only Roddy McDowell appears in any sequels, like only in the Escape from Planet X.
How many sequels is that character in, or that person? How many sequels?
Three of them, except not the first sequel.
Oh, but at least 3 of the sequels. Okay, wow.
Yeah, but even though he plays a different character, he first plays as Cornelius. But the Conquerors of Battle for the Planet Apes, he plays Caesar, the one who leads a revolt.
Okay.
Who started all.
All right.
Also, I like about somehow very good part is about it's very good about the archaeology moment to know about the station.
Hold on a sec. Wait a sec. We just reached a little bit over the 29-minute point. We just reached a little bit over the 29-minute point, so now, knowing that, what were you saying about a certain archaeology part?
About that's where they would know about how they first about the could speak.
Oh, that helps to know about the speaking part. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, what I was trying to say earlier was that this movie was so influential, like that you said, it had the spin-offs of all those other kinds, plus the parodies, and everything about it is that just a really original but entertaining yet social commentary type thing about what they put out with that 1968 movie out here. Yeah.
And it's very, and also they do one the opposite about the opposed about the evolutionary thing about the
Right. Absolutely. Of course. What were you saying? More about which part of the evolution?
Evolutionary.
Yeah, evolutionary type parts
About
of it as
the
well.
apes study about very intelligent.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. So now.
Part is
Sure. Go ahead, sir.
Even the funny part of my idea about besides Planet of the Apes, why not get called Planet of the Birds?
What's Planet of the Birds? I never heard of that.
Talk the birds about that. What?
What's Planet of the Birds? I'm not familiar with that.
Like the apes, about how about the world is controlled by birds? Like they're gonna attack us, like just like Alfred Hitchcock, the birds.
Yeah, I only know Alfred Hitchcock's the Birds, but not whatever you're referencing here.
No,
though.
so even though why there's that like for chimpanzee it'd be like canary or a pacifist, a sparrow, but for the predatory birds it'd be eagles and hawk or something and buzzards.
Oh, okay, okay.
While the knowledgeable one would be an owl.
I didn't know.
Something very like a.
Yeah, I didn't know about all that. That's very interesting as well. Now that we're at the end of the
It's fan made idea.
Oh, okay, got you. Well, fan makes different. Okay, that's nice. Now that we're towards the end now of this, for the audience, tell your audience now. By the way, comment down below what your thoughts and opinions also on this Planet of the Apes movie, if you wish, and like this if you want to as well. What are your concluding wrap up remarks on 1968's Planet of the Apes? Concluding wrap up remarks.
Even though that Planet of the Apes, the first one, is very so like it's very like you want to that school wants to ban that movie or book ban that movie about the evolutionary wants to change something.
Oh, well, a lot of movies and stories, a lot of things do that kind of thing. So yeah, a lot of ones want to try that in regards to what you just said right there. Absolutely. This will be our last one for a while. I want this one out since Avi really wanted to do Planet of the Apes in June. This June coming, based on how I think maybe I'll watch the trailer. I'm not too big on most of Spielberg's movies, but maybe we'll cover Spielberg's new movie that comes out in June. And we're both fans of Spider-Man, so hopefully we'll have an August discussion on Spider-Man 4, brand new day.
Yeah. Even if they thought they could bring back Andrew Garfield, they'd bring back another multiverse story.
Or I would rather they just give him a third movie in his franchise, because he never got a part 3. But yeah, that's also true what you said. Now we have a whole lot of full details with you, jokes, commentary, quotes, back history about. Go ahead, real quick.
And also, did you ever direct this movie for Planet of the Apes?
Who's it? Who?
The original one.
Who? Tell me.
Franklin J. Schaffner, who later directed the one with the George C. Scott World War II movie, Patton.
Oh, Patton was 1970. Yeah. All right.
And also he directed a Papillon with Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, I like Dustin Hoffman. I can tell you that much. Dustin Hoffman's pretty good. Okay, very nice. So we might be back in the summer to maybe talk about Spielberg's June picture, but most likely we'll try to talk about Spider-Man. So we both like Spider-Man stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed Avi's thoughts on Planet of the Apes. And anything else you want to quickly tell the audience before we start to exit out?
Don't think about going to the set about destroying the Statue of Liberty. Like they'll say that
yeah, it's just a movie. It just happens at the end of the movie, not in real life. But that was actually from France. In real life, that's from France Gift. But yeah. Anyway.
Even if it's they filmed in California, how could they? Which side of what's become left of the Staten Island about it? What's up of the Staten Island if they were like California?
Well, exactly that too. Yes. Everybody dance and have a good time. This is friend and co-host Avi and his thoughts and opinions on Planet of the Apes and Millennial Man Motions Entertainment LLC signing out to the summer of 2026. Thanks for coming on, Avi.
Right, night, everyone.
Good night. See you.
Go Ape.
Go Ape.